I got 3 daughters. So I know this according to the Bible. This is what we got to do. Especially you as a man, you wouldn't want no man just coming up to your daughter and talking to her any type of way, would you? You wouldn't want no man to try to deal with your daughter in an inappropriate way, and you don't know nothing about it. And even if you do know something about it, it's evil as hell because she's not of age, correct? So now God is saying we have to start looking in the Bible and seeing how should we operate as parents. Real quick, before y'all leave, I see y'all parents, right? What have we lost in our community when it comes to being parents? Because due to all the years of slavery and the back whipping that they put upon us, it had us lose our heritage and our history. Y'all heard about the transatlantic slave trade and these things, right? You know about slavery, the transatlantic slave trade? Y'all heard about it? Black people being slaves, 1600s, we were slaves. Columbus sailed the ocean blue, put us in slaves, right? Through all them years of slavery, they rewired our minds on how we should train up our children, on how we should be. Right now, we as a people have been training up our kids as American blacks. Now let me ask y'all, what are American blacks known for? Being violent. What else? This out of y'all mouth. I ain't make this up. What are we known for as a people? Are we known for being upstanding people with wisdom and understanding that all the races can come to and learn how to deal with their kids? No. Are we learning for being a wise people and understanding people that everybody can come to learn how to build up and fix their communities and make sure it's in order? No. Because if you can turn around, look at that building right there. That's a norm in our neighborhoods, in our community, for our buildings to look like that. But why is that? It's because we lost our history and heritage as being Israelites, as being God's chosen people. And with being God's chosen people, Jeremiah 17:4, it come laws. The laws in the Bible, we forgot them. Even on the laws on how to deal with y'all children. Let me ask y'all believe in the Bible? What does God say on how you're supposed to teach your kids? You first, because you're the man. You see how long it's taking you?
I don't read the Bible or nothing, but I would think it'd be respected,
Okay, what about you? What you say? Other than your mother? Okay, that's how your kid's supposed to deal with you. Now, how did the Bible say you're supposed to deal with your kids? Because I'm a parent. I got three girls. How many kids you got? Just one? How many kids you got? 5. So you got 5. You beat me. So now, watch what the Bible said, because everything that the brother was bringing out about our heritage is going to tie back into being a parent. And I want to show y'all that because it's important, because we lost that in our community on how to be parents. We don't know how to be parents according to God. We know how to be parents according to these movies that they put out for us on television.
Right.
And we copying that. And we think that that's the way to raise our kids up, but it's not.
Bring it out.
Read this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So what is a heritage? If I was to ask, what is your heritage? What would you explain to me? What are some things that you would tell me? If y'all don't know, I'll help you out. You would tell me the foods that you eat. You would tell me the different type of clothing that you wear, what's in your culture. Like, you know, those people that claim to be Jews, the Jewish people, they always wear what? You always see them wearing what? The little thing on their head, the yarmulke thing, and some suits. Because that's a part of their heritage. That's how they are. That's what they do. That's their customs. What are our customs? Right now is being a street nigga, standing on the corner, selling drugs. If you're a woman, being out here, being a whore, prostituting yourself, being a baby mama, being a baby daddy, going to the abortion clinics, being a rapper, being a dumper.
Teach.
These are the heritage that we know as black people. We think that that's our heritage.
Right.
But according to God, he's telling us we lost our heritage. We don't really know our true heritage. Read on.
That I gave thee.
That who gave us?
That I gave thee.
Did God give us that? Hold on, sis, don't leave, because you gotta know this. You're a parent. You're a parent, so you have to hear this law. How God is saying that you have to deal with your children. Ephesians 6 and 4, real quick, before you leave. I want to let both of y'all know this, because this is the only reason I came up here, because I see parents in our community, and we have to be retaught according to the Bible. God wants us to deal with our kids a certain way. Watch this, read.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 4.
Start from verse 1.
Verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
So y'all as parents, Teaching your kids now while they're young, before they become teenagers. Because by the time they get to be teenagers, and you trying to install rules and regulations in their brain, they ain't hearing that. They already have programmed their mind. They already up in age already. So now while the child is young, this is the time to instill in them God's laws before it's too late. Read.
Honor thy father and mother,
Read.
which is the first commandment with promise.
So God say that's the first commandment that he gave with a promise on it. You know what the promise is? If you don't do it, you're going to die early. If you don't obey your parent, you will die early. You have to instill that fear inside of your child. Because if they don't obey you know what they're going to be? The next kid boy and the next kid girl out here.
Right.
They're going to be the next dope dealer on the side of the streets. They're
Bring
going to
it
be
out.
the next prostitute on the side of the street. And guess where that started from? Bad parenting.
That's right.
Terrible households. It started with us as the parents first. Before we can get on these kids out here and talk about the wickedness that they doing and how evil they is, guess what their parents was doing? Not teaching them the Bible.
Right.
Letting them do what they want to do. Allowing their kids to listen to Sexy Red and Gorilla and all these different artists out here was programming our children to be evil.
Bring it out.
We have to look at the tricks that these people is putting on us and say, I'm not going to agree with that. I'm not allowing my kid to get into that type of lifestyle. That's evil. That's wrong.
Right.
But you got to teach them what? When? At a young age. As now. Read.
That it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth.
Because if you teach your kid that, guess what? They're going to be safe. They're not going to die early. I had a younger brother. He died early. Why? Because he didn't obey his mother. He didn't obey his father. Guess what happened? The Lord took him. That's how the Lord gets down. If y'all don't know the God that y'all deal with, this is the same man that killed everybody on the planet and left 8 people alive during the time of Noah with the flood. This is the same man that put people to death and nations to death for you. God is a God of judgment. If you don't obey the laws that he put in the Bible, guess what he does? He sent forth judgment upon you. Read on.
And ye, fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
So now he's talking to the dads. He said, as a father, you're not supposed to provoke your kid to wrath. How do you provoke your kid to wrath? What do you think God is saying? If you don't teach your kid that it's wrong to be in gangs, what have you done to your kid? You have provoked your kid to go and be in gangs. If you don't teach your kids it's wrong to allow a man to sleep with you by not, before he marries you, provide a home for you, provide security for you, guess what you're teaching your kids? It's okay for that to be a baby mother and not be a wife. So now you provoke your kids to the wrath of God. What comes with that? Because a lot of baby daddies and baby mothers, is that a stable household? No, that's a joke. And that's why all these races of people look at us as a joke race. Because we don't even start fixing the foundation of a nation, which is what? A family.
Bring it out.
So God is saying us as parents, we have to do this, read.
But bring them up in the nature and abomination of the Lord.
Admonition.
Admonition of the Lord.
So you know what God is saying? We have to start teaching our kids the laws in this Bible. We don't teach our kids this Bible. You know what? We don't even open the Bible. What is the Bible? What is the Bible to the black community? It ain't open. It ain't being read. It ain't being taught. Like, I'm going to give you one law that God said that he's supposed to have for the women, the princesses. Sirach 7:24. Watch what God said when it comes to how our women's supposed to be. Because you got a daughter. You got any daughters? You got a daughter. Now, as fathers and as mothers, what is the most important thing that you have to protect your daughter? Huh? Can't hear you. They're innocents, correct, right? You understand that, right? They're innocents. I got 3 daughters. So I know this. According to the Bible, this is what we got to do. Especially you as a man, you wouldn't want no man just coming up to your daughter and talking to her any type of way, would you? You wouldn't want no man to try to deal with your daughter in an inappropriate way, and you don't know nothing about it. And even if you do know something about it, it's evil as hell because she's not of age, correct? So now God is saying we have to start looking in the Bible and seeing how should we operate as parents. Watch what he say. Read.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 24.
Bring it out.
Hast thou daughters?
Read verse 23. Watch what he say.
Hast thou children?
Everybody got you. You got children? You don't got children. So he's saying, if you got children, read.
Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
From when?
From their youth.
No, when they turn 20.
From their youth.
Now is the time to bow their neck down. Bow their neck down meaning not literally like bow your head. It means correct them, Instruct them. Give them structure in their life now while they're young, before they get older and now they have made up their own mind and do what they want to do. Watch what he say.
Hast thou daughters? Have a care of
Hast thou what?
daughters?
Oh, both got daughters, right? Watch what he say.
Have a care of their body.
What is God saying? What do you mean by that? He said, you got a daughter? He said, have a care for her body. You got a daughter? He said, have a care for her body. What is God saying? Protect her from what?
From evil men touching on her.
Right, evil man and all that. I see the video online, right? The woman was teaching her kid good touch, bad touch. These are things that we got to teach our daughters. Good touch, bad touch. Meaning what? Just because you send your daughter to your cousin's house, that don't mean nothing can happen. Just because you send your daughter to your uncle's house, that don't mean nothing is going on. Just because you send your daughter to school, that don't mean nothing is going on. A lot of times that's where it happened at school. That's where they first get their first experience into inappropriate things. So God is saying, as a father, you have to have care for your daughter's body. As a mother, you have to have care for your daughter's body. Now, how do you do that? Read on.
And show not thyself cheerful toward them.
You know what that means? Not to show yourself cheerful towards your kids. Meaning you let them get away with the things that they're doing that's wrong. And you laugh at it. Like your kids could be cussing somebody out or doing something evil and you laugh, kiki and ha-ha, and that like it's not a big deal. But the first step to having to care for your daughter is based upon what? What's the first thing a man sees when they see your daughter? Their appearance, their body, how they look. What do you think God put in a Bible for us of how to protect our daughters? One of the first things he put in there, of how to protect our daughters, how to protect a woman from an evil man. I want you to think about it. Think about how a prostitute dress, and then think about how, I'm gonna just say one of them Arab women that's a Muslim. What's the difference in how they dress? Other lady covered up. So what's the difference in level of respect that each one of them is gonna get? Why not? It's my body, my choice. What happened to all that? Why not? Why she ain't gonna get no respect? No, because I said, what is the difference between a prostitute and how she dressed and one of them women that's like the Arab women that got the hijab and all that on and how they dress? What's the difference in them? What's the difference in respect levels? They covered up. One lady is covered up and one lady is what? Showing her body. Who's most likely gonna get sex trafficked first? The prostitute. Why? Based off of that alone, right? I'm not making this up. Based off of that alone, that's the first thing that somebody see. Oh, she got her body out, she got her chest out. I want that. That's what she advertising. Oh, that's a sex symbol. So now God has given us laws in the Bible to protect our women from that type of stereotype right off the bat.
That's right.
Not saying, because I know the sisters will think like, well, you can still, if you got a dress on, they still get you. Of course. It's some crazy people out here that'll still do something to you regardless. But God is saying, if you obey this law, guess what? He'll protect you. He'll watch over you.
Right.
Read this Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
There's one law for you before you walk off.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So as a man, you have to teach your daughter you can't wear what belongs to men. As a man. What's this? Get that to, it's a scripture. Hold on to that, that's a good scripture.
I gotta go, bro.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Keep that, because that's the flyer. Call our number on there, all right? Read it.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So you as a man, what's your name again? Ron, you gotta teach your daughter and put your daughter in clothes that pertain to women, which is what? What is women clothes? Dresses, skirts. These are things that pertain to women, like a princess, right? Princess and the Frog. She watched that before? Little sis, what's her name? Huh? London? You ever seen Princess and the Frog? Do Princess and the Frog, do she wear a dress? Yeah, all princesses wear dresses. This is a princess right here. This is your princess.
Right.
You're supposed to wear a dress on. That's what God wants you to do. As the father, you have to put that in play. It's your job to structure her life according to how God said it.
That's
You
right.
don't gotta wait till the government come down and tell you how to teach your kids. God already told us how to teach our kids, and this is what he said. Read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So as a woman, your daughter is going to be growing up into a young woman. You don't want her to wear what belongs to man, which is the pants and the leggings. Because what is men doing when they see that? They ain't going to be thinking about your daughter to take her as a wife. They're going to be thinking about how they can use your daughter. What's going on, Jew? I ain't see you in a minute, bro. How you been? You been all right? Stay right here real quick. All right, so now God is going to be showing you, according to the Bible, the men that's out here in the world, they not going to be looking for your daughter to do things like marry her, take care of her. They just going to be looking for sex. You as a man, you got to protect your daughter. That's what God is saying. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So when you do cross-dress, you know how God looks at that. He said that's an abomination. He get disgusted with that. He hate abominations. That's why when a man, like I think the one brother earlier, was cross-dressing, was wearing woman clothing, and wearing damn weave and all that crap in his head, God said that's abominable. But he looks at our daughters the same way. If they got on pants, if they got on leggings, if they got on these things that pertain to men, he don't like that. But was we taught that in church? No, because in church, the black woman wearing what? Pants.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.